What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Did you know it has rained every single day in the UK? Somewhere in the UK it's been raining. And you know, I'd love to say the same about me doing Digimon content, but you know, man's has been busy. And some people have been busy taking time away from the game. We have a Sakuya player who isn't new, but is coming back after a long break. In the friendly that they played right before this, we found they were still on 2 of the green plugins, so that just kind of shows how long of a break it's been. But back with the Sakuyamon starter deck, of course. And it looks like we're not back with a rookie on the side of Time Stranger. This is the Iliad gang, and it looks like we're just going to go for a cheeky 4-cost, get the suspension. And obviously, you know, we're going to reactive, draw, raise. And speaking of green plugin, we found it straight away. When moving, there's like literally nothing to do for recursion. This one will probably go the distance, I'd imagine. Like, Sakuya obviously can be a deck that starts to resolve itself as you kind of get up to speed, but if you're not up to speed, it might take a little bit. So bear with us, as we're going to see a 2-cost Evo. And that's going to be the Armour, the Silphymon, which does let you play a Rika, unless we're going to prioritize getting one that gives you the search. Oh, that's a token. So not just their eggs, but their tokens also sleeved in the same as their main deck. I'm sure that doesn't get confusing at all. And we swing. Jamming. So nice little bomba clat check. And we could just unsuspend, or we could try and play for an in-between theater. It looks like we're going to go for the latter. 3 cards closer to a rookie. Not going to find one just yet, but we're 3 cards closer to finding a rookie. If I'm this though, I'm punching over that Garurumon. Well, I mean, first I'm drawing for turn, and then we're gonna hatch. And it looks like we're on 5 eggs. We do have some ults though, which is cool. Yeah, personally, I'm punching over this Garurumon if I don't have a way to just full clear it. We do have Mandala, and it looks like we're just gonna go into Taumon, which means we are giving up the Evo, so we better have something. Do get to go into green plugin. Digivolution, plugin S, Super Digivolution. Gonna get to go into Sakuyamon Ace, which then gives us the blocker token. And we get to cast an Onmyo Jutsu, so we do get to draw 1 and load up at the bottom of security. With Amethyst Mandala, which, yeah, just showing off what that card does. But I will point out the fact that we did not punch over the body. Which, I mean, like, we've got a blocker, so it's not going to be able to swing any further. Like, we're not in, like, danger of it getting any value. But, like, it's a body that we could have just taken away from him for free. So we're going to crack the boost, and then we're going to Hiroko? No, we're going to go into the Garurumon. I could have sworn Garurumon has a lock, but yo, Maruki? Mr. Marizzle? Double suspension. And then we're going to swing huge. We're going to swing huge. We get the suspension off the Garuru Inherit, and then we've got the Tapir, so we're going to play that bad boy, and I think we get to double up here. We get the Elec. Okay, no, just a single target. So we get the Elec off the Tapir, and then we get to swing, unsuspend, pierce through this Sakuya. So we just use oh, it just has barrier. Yeah, fair enough. You know, pierce 1 check versus burn 1 check off of a barrier, it's like the same thing. I guess the only thing is, like, if you were aware of it being barrier, it depends on whether you would prefer to take the token offline, clear the token, get a piercing check, versus guaranteed burn damage off of the barrier. We are going to see the Rika come down, which is going to get an offense plugin, the new offense plugin, loaded up underneath it. But we can make Sakuya X here. So we actually have pretty much close to a lethal line, because we didn't punch over the Pipe Fox token. Oh, we don't have the new Wait, I can't remember if the Sakuya deck also came with the Mitama token, which is the Rush 9k body one. Based on the player not having it, I don't assume the answer is no. But if you want tokens and you want to support some UK artists, you can head over to Hopper and Hare. They have some cool tokens, and I'm pretty sure Sakuya's tokens are some of them. Looks like whilst we swing, we're going to use the Rika to suspend to cast the plugin from underneath the tamer. And we get to delete something that has same DP or lower. And then this Digimon may attack with the link, but obviously we're already commencing an attack. And because we've used an option card, we're going to get to -2. So this is going to be 12k one check Badia. This is the downside of not setting up the Hiroko. Yeah, we're just going to swing in for a second check. And then we're going to swing in the rush token. We've not used any of these suspensions to free play an option, which is a bit unfortunate, but just going to go for a training. Like, we would have been able to gain extra value. Ooh, training flying blinding, right? Okay. Kiko show. +2, and then is it just so we can cast a boost? Yeah, I guess we cast the boost. Okay, so we do have the nice tokens. We do have the nice tokens. All right, so crack the boost, and then we've given up on the one choke, so we're just gonna evolve a 2 in the back. And we've assembled the board. Now, the question is, what can we do from this position? Your guess is as good as mine, actually, genuinely. Because even if we do punch over this Renamon somehow, we could just crack Mandala and then -6. Which is kind of annoying. We could security attack +1, I get. Oh, it's -1, but it looks like we're going to go for... it's not throne room because that's Abyss Sanctuary. We've got the big chair for Marukimon. Is going to see a double pickup off the elect, and this will be passing turn, but this one also looks like we'll be passing game into game 2. Gonna have the big chair show up just to get a suspension, be annoying, but we still have an unsuspended body over there on the left, and we're going to swing that and take game 1. And whilst we get shuffled up for game number 2, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. We've gained over 20 members in the last 30 days, and we can keep that number rising. You can support the channel for as little as £1 a month, like the names on the screen. But over at the tippy top, we do have the ultimates. We got the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, Brad King of Night, Star Albert, Rich Life, Matthew Bowen, and Sacred Armour. Then at the champion tier, getting access to bonus content 1 month early from the podcast, very especially important here in Black History Month, getting access to the cookout videos before March. We have Sheeny Carey, DHM, Andy Fing, Benji Gibber, Kenneth Smith, Tomato GC, Craig and Security, Coffee Deus, Stephen Holdren, Obsidian Cross, Donkey, Pap, Cava, Goatboy TM, Samuel Larson, Soy Sauce, Bonsai Beard, Top, and Harlequin. And it looks like we this time have rookies. We've got rookies galore. We've got Tapir in the back and an Elecmon with the double hit out in front. Great start. Drop a turn, Hatch. And we are going to turn Viximon into Renamon. And I don't see a level 4, so this might be a Rika for 3. Ooh. Well, I mean, the Renamon is a searcher, so we can drop the Renamon just to try and find that 4, and it looks like that's exactly what we're going to do. And we find the QB off the 3rd and final. Do lose the one-off Sakuya. It's actually very funny how many of these one-offs that we've seen. We've seen the training, we've seen the blinding ray, we've seen the one-off Sakuya, we've seen the green one, but you know, let's make Silphymon. So Gasso gets the -3, and then we do get to DNA, and then this does attack on DNA. We're swinging in for 13, 14k. Massive. And we have barriers also, you know, if we did manage to hit like a ruin mode or something that was big, we'd still be chilling. This definitely gets more difficult because you have to like squeeze out memory from stuff like Scramble. So we're gonna yellow Scramble. We do have to he's got the right idea, but like, we do the scramble first, resolve the scramble, then game out the memory off the recut. But it is fine. Not sure if we actually drew for Evo there, but we do the reveal. I don't think I prefer Mandala here. I'm actually not sure if that double hits. But this would allow us to go, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess this works. Personally, I would have preferred to see, they had the Talmon that lets them play an option for 3 cost. So I would have liked to see Talmon for 3, Talmon cast this blue option and then use the egg to go up into the 6. Yeah, because we're going to go into this one, then this one costs an option. So if we have green plugin, sick. If we don't, then we kind of beefed it. So yeah, like this stops this the Silphymon from being able to suspend, which is pretty important. But yeah, just personally, I would have preferred to have seen, if you wanted full combo, then the way you do full combo would have been to go into the 3, use the option, and then use the egg inherit to go further from there. But looks like we're going to spend 3 to go for the Hiroko, which is going to pick up Dan Kanan. And then you can kind of just go for it. Or you evolve the AGO in the back. No, choosing to do neither of those. Like, we had the Dan Kanan, we had the AGO, so there was the opportunity to build AGO in the back, and then when moving, play out Dan Kanan. But just choosing to maintain blue and green inherits, get these suspensions going, especially because you're playing into a deck that does play stuff by tokens. These defensive blockers will be definitely quite annoying when Silphy's trying to go in for those big checks. All right, I'm going to swing in that first check with jamming and then spend 3 for the Renamon. Oh, are we playing for the ace? Is that what we're doing? I guess she is an ace. So yes, you can at the counter timing go. But we are going to, because we played lower, get to play at start of turn the AGO. And then draw for turn, raise, start of main game 1. So yeah, this totally does work. And now you've got 3 bodies as opposed to 2. One of them obviously can't attack. And here we are. Counter timing. Sakuyamon ace does come down. Going to get a Pipe Fox down. And then it should be casting Amethyst Mandala. Amethyst Mandala going to draw us 1. And it is going to go to top of security. Which isn't going to do much. But the Sakuyamon, yeah, she doesn't have any, like, aggressives. Yeah, it's just play an option, and it has, like, alliance. So, really just setting up a blocker. And we then go into blocker timing. Because all of the when attacking and stuff would have come down. So, the suspensions go first. But it looks like we're just going to let the swing through. Less of a fan of this. Well, you know what? Fair enough. Did not respect that Silphymon could have just straight come down. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Got him, GG. Should have taken your block. Yeah, definitely should have taken your block when you had the chance, because you are looking at a lot of green inherits that all say suspended attacker. So we're going to do swing, suspend, suspend. And then this is 2 checks. Does hit a training on the second check, which is kind of nice. I think I see a Maruki in hand. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. So we've got the Maruki. The problem is... Actually, yeah, because we get to swing in. And this will hit... It gets to do the when attacking. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it can't suspend. Yeah, it just straight up can't suspend. So we're going to unsuspend the Silphymon. And I guess we have an overflow there. Swing into Amethyst Mandala. This is -6. Well, I mean, this also just means that we have Dan Kanan as long as we I mean, anything, like Dankanan will clear anything here. As long as the Maruki sticks around, we're chilling. So we just get to play the Electron for 3, and then it gets to swing. So that is going to be game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
What's poppin', tamers? We're back with Player Ammo once again. A bunch of people ask me why I drink Player Ammo, and it's because they sponsor me. Duh. Jokes aside, I actually was drinking Player Ammo before all of that, because I actually don't have much of a sweet tooth, and I find a lot of energy drinks to be too sweet, especially a lot of the powder brands. But the no sugar approach for Player Ammo and their focus on more tart, like sour flavors, really suits my palate. The fruit punch is really just fruity and packs a nice kick. The blue raspberry is really, really nice as well, nice and sour, kind of like when you get those slushies. If you want something a little bit on the sweeter side, there's the strawberry lemonade, which is more strawberry than it is lemonade. And they do have the lemon flavors as well. And I can tell you for a fact that the new black cherry flavor goes foolish. Yeah, the way I mix mine is by getting the dry powder in and then getting a little bit of water in and just mixing it around to try and make a slurry. Then I add up to half the bottle and shake it a baby. And whilst we get shuffled up for this second game, well, the third game rather, we do get to say thank you to all of our rookies. A little bit above the DigiX. And if I get to see you at events, then you get some cool little sleeves, the Garurumon sleeves. The name's on screen. But we do have an Electron on screen, and we do have the In-Between Theater. Pretty standard opening here, as we're going to see rookie plus effectively a memory boost. Oh, we're not going to see the memory boost. Are we going to see a one choke? No, we're going to see the Rika, and then going to go for a Renamon to get searching. So if this game goes slightly long, then we'll be able to see even more value out of this Rika, as we do get to do it at the start of main every time. And then when we attack, that's how we start getting combos. But this is going to be the pickup with the AGO, which does give us the Dankanan. But we are slightly over, and it is going to be where Garuru, and then we can Dankanan to have this swing, but it looks like we're choosing to pass instead. Never mind. Dankanan. I'm going to tap, no option to play because we've passed 2, and then this is going to be a barrier check because we crashed 7 into 7. So both of them on 3 security. Thanks to the AGO inherit and when Digivolving. Second Rika down. Big fan of the search Rika, and honestly, like the forecast Rika has kind of impressed me. Obviously, when you're just kind of try to play for OTK, then it's less useful. But if you're kind of anticipating getting to play a little bit of mid-range, the forecast one is cute. Especially if you manage to get that 3-cost Rika down straight after, like you get your search or Rika and you get extra value. Get to swing with the option, and there's going to be this can't suspend, and then we're going to swing in with jamming, then on Myojutsu into the Silphymon. But I don't think this Silphymon's as useful here. Like, she's not as strong. When we get down to 2 security, like we get to turn off when Digivolving effects, which I guess would play around aces should aces have come out. But hitting the pub in security to get the Tapia down is a bit unfortunate. But the main thing is, yeah, we missed the when attacking trigger, so we don't get to go into Sakuya Ace, but we do get to go into Sakuya Maid mode. So it might be time to slang that thing into security. Get to use an option card with Onmyo Jutsu or plug in from your hand, and then when you use an option or security is messed with, then you just get to shoot them into security. Put the lowest DP into security, but obviously, you know, if you get DP minus down, you can shrink that body off and then send it. Now we got jamming plug-in under both, and we are double stunned up, so we're in a pretty good position. But we're gonna crack the boost, go to 6, and then spend 7. Only thing I guess you could say is thank goodness you went into Sakuya Maid mode, not Sakuya Ace. So this is going to be the Digivolve 3. 2 Renamons. 3 blockers. And then we get to swing, ooh, Rush Raid. Cheeky. Yeah, Rush Raid off of the Dankanen to swing in, play some board control. And this Sakuyamon should reboot. There we go. Wow, look at me, right on time. Speaking of time, I think we're approaching the end of regulation time. I think we're already in overtime, actually, at this point. So, maybe coming up on a draw here. Both of them are in pretty good positions. Like, they've really taken this quite far. They've shown what each of their decks can do. But, I mean, I think with the Mandala Slam, yeah, that's going to be the end of time. If you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We've got more Digimon content coming up for you shortly. Today's birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.